up, everybody? How you doing? This is the host of the Buzzing with Marlo podcast. I am yours truly, Warren Marlo. And guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, most importantly, subscribe. Hit that notification bell to stay in contact with all our platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn, Snapchat, all that. We are there. And of course, guys, we are also, let me say it again, also on Tumblr. Yes, guys, I figured out Tumblr. Lord help me. And of course, I can't say Twitter no more. It's the X. I keep messing up on that. I keep getting corrected every week. Yes, we're on the X, guys. And we're on, what's that thing on Instagram? Oh, Threads. Yeah, we're on Threads as well. Still working on that. Still, obviously, you're just seeing everything on the podcast. But, guys, and of course, follow me on TikTok. I know we get pretty heavily good following on TikTok, so check out yours truly on TikTok. I promote everything with the podcast, and of course, I play with the filters. I think it's kind of fun, the little vote games and all that. I like it. But first, guys, I want to talk about the ones that pay the bills. First and foremost, I got to talk about, man, I was feeling a little dragged out, and I was feeling a little tired. And then I went and pulled out some Beach and Peach from this awesome selection. I'm talking about Dubby. That's right, guys. You can check out dubby.gg.com and you can go and get you some Beach and Peach energy tub, or you can get you the Push and Punch. Yes, sir. There's so many options. Of course, they have some awesome deals, guys. You can pay, I think you could either buy one at a tub, as you could tell. They're about the same price that you would pay for like something at your GNC and stuff like that. So like I said, guys, you could throw away the coffee. They have different options. And if you're a little sketchy on like what the caffeine level stuff, they have little sample packs as well. And you get additional shaker cup with it as well. You get t-shirts, hoodies, all that. All you got to type in a promo code BUZZ20 to get 10% off of your purchase. Shout out to Dubby. Get you some of that jitterless energy and get you through your day. Dubby's got your way. That's right, guys. Of course, guys, I got to talk about the ones that helped me get my comeback in gear, get my gym apparel right. I'm talking about that Ultimum X. That's right, guys. My favorite to get those BCAs that I need to fuel me through a day, get me through my workouts. Recovery is the biggest thing that I always tell people about going to the gym. It helps me get all my needs and stuff that I need. And of course, they have some awesome shaker bottles. As you know, guys, my daughter is the most wrecking ball I can meet. I love my child to death, but my daughter likes to throw things. And luckily, those bottles so far have hold their own every little throw. So, guys, go to ultimumx.com. Get you some of your supplement needs and your awesome apparel. All you got to type in the promo code is Buzzing Marlo. Get 10% off of your purchase. Shout out to Ultimum X. That's right, guys. We have a big one. But first, we got to talk about our bonfire shop. That's right, guys. Bonfire/Buzzing with Marlo. Go in there, get you your merch. I know we get hats off the shelf regularly. I'm trying to remind everybody, we got t-shirts too, man. We got them. I know it. And I know we get those complaints about we don't have season 5 logo on hats yet. And I'm sorry. I've just been crazy, hectic, busy. I'm going to get those set up for you. It should be done by Saturday, but don't quote me on it. I'm going to try my hardest to get them out. But, of course, guys, you can get you your T-shirts, your hoodies, your long sleeves, V-necks, all that. All you got to go is bonfire/Buzzing with Marlo. Go in there, get you the merch. Also, type in the promo code Buzzing with Buzz20, and you get 12% off of your purchase. And, of course, guys, since it is the month of October, and I am very, very big on, regarding with breast cancer awareness, we have started the campaign up again with Buzzing with Pink. That's right, guys. If you buy merch that has the pink in it, guess what, guys? You will get it for 25% off. All you got to do is type in the promo code Buzzing with Pink, and you get that 25% off. It is only good until the end of this month. It's not going to change. It's not going to go higher up. It's only until this month. I got some awesome emails that were regarding some foundations and stuff, and I contacted, and I really am very proud of options that we have gotten, regarding the breast cancer awareness. We used to always donate to Susan G. Komen, so I was trying to see if there's some different ones out there and stuff. So anybody got any options, let me know. But right now, we'll make the announcement of where those proceeds will go to next week on the next episode of Buzzing with Marlo. That's right, guys. So type in the promo code Buzzing with Pink, get 25% off of your purchase, and enjoy the support of our ladies and anyone that goes through the breast cancer and stuff like that. So with October coming up, with October going on right now, I think this is an awesome thing just to help out and try to do something, man. So if you can, anything helps. So definitely with this month, like I said, this will end by the end of this month. Obviously, guys, I want to talk about simply some things that have been going on with me lately. I'm talking about, situation with my family. Some people know about a little bit of a brief. If you are following me on social media and stuff like that, you know that my son is currently in the hospital right now due to some serious operations. If anybody doesn't know my son is a big advocate for fans. And of course, guys, I want to give a shout out to his teacher. She made an awesome t-shirt called Matthew's Biggest Fans. All this is basically is to help support my son through these tough challenges and times that he's had. My son has currently had 2 operations right now. My son had major neck and spinal surgery in August. Basically, long story short, it did not do its job, so we had to basically redo everything. When I say redo it, I mean exactly what we said. They had to go and take the rods out, they had to take the screws out, redo everything that they had to reprocess and get himself started up and to see what we can do with this. And we are expected to have another 2 or 3 extra more procedures done. So guys, if you can keep us in your thoughts and prayers. And of course, guys, one thing my son was very, very obsessed with, and they're fans. If you know him, you know my son has more fans than toys. So guys, if you can, go to bonfire/Matthew's Biggest Fans, buy you a t-shirt. You are doing a great cause. You are making a great support just for my beautiful 11-year-old boy that is going through more than I can even imagine. It's been really tough. I mean, it's been busy on just everything on this end. And if anyone can, man, I greatly appreciate it. And I want to give a shout out to his teacher. So far, I think so far they have sold at least 33, and our goal has been 100. So shout out to everyone that has been buying something. Shout out to Jessica, Miss Ramirez, for making this awesome shirt for my son. I think my son's going to love it, knowing that his favorite color is blue. And obviously blue, blue. And of course, he's got green. And of course, crimson red. My son was a fan of his. So he loved the crimson red type look. And of course, he loved it because of AJ Styles. So yeah, my son's got all these colors. These are all colors that symbolizes how he reacts and loves everything. So if you can, we greatly appreciate it. You have so many options. You have, the basic t-shirt, you have your long sleeve, you have your pullover, you have your crew neck sweatshirt, and of course we have big youth ones as well. We have the youth long sleeve, the youth crew neck sweatshirt, and of course the basic t-shirt. If you can, we greatly appreciate it. Like I said, man, it's been a tough time, but we're going to get through it. And all these proceeds are going to go to his mom and paying some of these doctor's expenses that we are going to be experiencing pretty soon. So my son has currently been in the hospital almost 2 weeks now, and we're expected to probably be in there in a month or maybe more. So if you can, we greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all. We love y'all. And I appreciate all the love and support that y'all have done so far for my son. So if you can, go on to Bonfire/Matthew's Biggest Fans and go and buy you this awesome t-shirt. So major shout out to his teacher again. All right, guys. I know I usually do a commercial break and stuff like that, but today we got a singers. Not only one singer, we have a band. That's right, guys. Buzzing with Marlo first. We got a full band here today, and I'm talking about the Engineered Society Project. If you know, you know. Man, we're going to play an awesome song regarding with them. We're going to have a great chat with them. I got so much to talk about. Guys, it's going to be 3 people I'm interviewing in one episode, so it's going to be insane. It's going to be fun. When we recorded this, they were getting prepared to literally go to Germany the next day. So they are currently in Germany right now. They have been killing it so far. They've been very busy, and I think they're supposed to be in LA when they come back. So if you like the band, if you're interested in the band, obviously we're going to play a song instead of a commercial break. So guys, I'm not going to waste any more time. When we come back, we're going to be joined with the Engineered Society Project. That's right, guys. And that countdown starts in 3, 2, 1, right now.
Ever peace in a time of chaos. I said that I stand for peace in a time of chaos. Stand up and raise your fist high. Be the future, open your third eye. If we don't, we can kiss this place goodbye. Up ahead through the smoke, see the danger side. And the sign says, welcome to the new world order. Welcome to the new world order. In opposition, I said I stand for peace in a time of chaos. I said that I stand for peace in a time of chaos. It's blatant degradation of our sacred unity. See it everywhere, recruiting and looting. If we don't make this stand, look up ahead. The sign is welcoming you to the living dead. And the sign says, welcome to the new world order. 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 So while you hear the cry of fear and anger destruction humanity, if we don't stand up for that, how well? Stand for something, or you fall for anything. I said that I stand for peace in a time of chaos. Welcome to the new world order. Welcome to the new world order. Welcome to the new world order. In opposition, I stand for peace.
Have a big special right here. This is the first Buzzing with Marlo with more than one panel. I'm excited about this, but guys, I am joined with Chris Keys. I'm joined with also Timothy Moss, and I'm also joined with JoJo Brown. How y'all doing, guys?
Excellent.
Hey,
Good,
man, thank
good.
y'all for coming on, man. This is exciting. I ain't gonna lie, man. I listened to some of y'all songs and like, dude, my goodness, like I don't really get to listen to music a lot, and I don't lie to people. I only really listen to music when I'm at the gym or something. Like I gotta really be in the mood to want to listen to a song. And I'll tell you what, y'all song helped me get through a hack squat today. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
It's nice.
Yeah, man. So I love like when you could really feel something with a song, and I gotta say y'all's new song that y'all have really been promoting out. It's really interesting. But guys, so I'm gonna try to do this one by one. So Timothy, so tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Well, I native Louisiana boy from Shreveport, Louisiana. Been playing music for longer than I care to admit. I came up in a time in Louisiana where music was still very important. A lot of original artists that have came from Louisiana influenced me, and I pretty much founded the band in 2012 in Jerusalem. And it took me a few years to find the right guys and a few records, but I think we have the best lineup ever for the band. And with Chris and JoJo and our drummer Sean, we have my favorite iteration of this band since its inception. So I'm very happy and very thankful for these guys.
That's nice.
All right. So JoJo, tell us a little about yourself, man.
Man, I'm just a regular old guitar player, man. There's nothing much to me other than the fact that I just enjoy playing. Like Chris said, I use that instrument to speak through. So hopefully, whatever it is that I have to say through the instrument could be understood, by anybody, and that's my main goal. And I really enjoy playing with these guys because they also have their own particular voice that I can relate to, so it's a lot just like how you like to do your interviews, quite organic. That's basically what we do. And I'm quite a very organic player. I don't like to pre-rehearse things. I like things to just be in that state of flow. It's like, okay, I'll flow off of you, or if Tim has an idea, I'll do my thing, So I think from the beginning of playing guitar, that was always my goal, was just to be able to be as organic as possible. And luckily I landed this gig to where I can do the same with other guys who also have that philosophy.
Okay. All right, Chris. All right, man. Tell us a little about yourself, buddy.
My name is Chris Keys, and I am and forever shall be the prophet of the fire. I basically stepped on stage when I was 5. I was a tap dancing singer, and I've really never stepped off stage. Bands all over the world, and I looked for the magic, and I found the magic in Houston, Texas, the Engineered Society projects. I really feel like these guys aren't even really telling you about themselves. JoJo is an average dude. When he steps on stage, he becomes Batiste. He's I look for the magic. I'm not from Houston, but now, this is where I am. And basically, I look for the magic in music. And I feel as we head overseas, I feel like we have the magic. And I I actually stepped away from the music, and I actually think that we're sort of speaking from our soul, or we're speaking from some sort of magic thing, and I'm really grateful to be a part of it.
Hey, man, I like that. I like that. So I wanna ask JoJo off the rip. So for y'all to build this group and stuff like that, and you said you're just a basic guitar player, man. I gotta tell you, a lot of people cannot play guitar, and I've tried it. I've tried to watch videos on it. I tried to have the patience with it. It doesn't work for me. So, man, like how? So, like when you say you get on the stage and you let the guitar talk to you, and you let the guitar do the talking. How's that feel for you? Because like you just said, man, I'm just a basic guitar player and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, you literally are like at the 60% time already, because there's not that many people that can play a guitar, and more importantly, play it in a huge stage to perform every single day. So, man, so how's that?
It's like home. I mean, it's I don't know how to explain it. It's almost as if you could detach something important to you, you almost walk around naked, like you need it sometimes. But the guitar is like an extension of myself. So whenever I pick it up, it's just natural. So it's hard to explain because I'm not looking at myself per se. But when I do watch videos of myself, I can see that. It's almost like I evolve into something else. And even watching it, I don't think it's me. Like, I don't know who that guy is. Who the hell is that? What is he doing? That's pretty cool. Like, I impress myself sometimes because it just, in the moment, I'm detached from it. You know, I'm not really conscious of any of it. So, it's a trip to actually see it. But yeah, to feel it, it just feels natural. That's the only way I can truly explain it. I don't know of any words that can truly describe it, other than just like anything else you might do that you're passionate about. Once you're really in it and you're doing it and you're not thinking about anything and you're just in this zone, it's basically what it is. It's exactly like that. Maybe like with weightlifting, like you were saying, doing the hack squats. I'm pretty sure that was pretty brutal. But to push through that threshold, it's almost like you're not even there. You're just grinding it out. It's the same thing, I guess, with me up there. It's I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just expressing, you know.
I like that. I like how you express that, because, you know, I'm the biggest critique of my own craft at times. I don't like listening to my shows. I don't like watching my old matches and stuff like that, because I know, even though people watched it and say, hey, that was a good performance, stuff like that, I don't believe it, because like you just said, I don't like the pre-rehearsed things, because yes, there's stuff that you go with pre-rehearsed standpoint and you know you messed up on it, but no one else knows. And that's something like I've had to learn for the longest time. Is like, I can only mess up in my own mind. I can't mess up in front of them. Now, I can obviously mess up and just like stop and like, all right, time out. This is it. Like, that was it. Obviously, then you know, okay, that's not a good thing. But for you just to keep going and keep performing, and you just keep utilizing your craft, that's got to say something for you. And especially, obviously, it's done something good for you now, because like you're in this group, y'all about to go into Germany. Like, I mean, this is like a lifetime dream for so many people, and for y'all to get to live that moment. And like you just said, man, you don't think yourself is better than the next person. That's got to say something for your character right there, because not only do you have pride in what you do, but you respect what's been around you and what's in front of you at the same time. So that does speak a lot of volumes for you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think we all have our own gifts, man. You know, and that's because you're able to utilize your gifts and express it to the world in some type of way, in an art form or whatever it is. I think that's our main purpose in life, really, is to express and encourage others to do the same, to break out of this shell of the 9 to 5, you have to do this, you have to do that. Because I don't think there's any joy in just doing things that you have to do like that. I'm not saying you shouldn't do, but for me, the instrument is a way for me to break away from the routine, and I think it's healthy to have that as an individual, to truly express yourself as an individual, and others like yourself be able to see it. Like you said, when you do your matches, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. You know, you critique yourself, but somebody else could see maybe the mistakes that you made are not truly mistakes, but there's some type of imperfect beauty to it, you know. And it's the same thing with art. You know, I don't think there's any way to truly be perfect. You know, just do what you do, and as long as it comes from a very authentic place, others can see that and they can respond to that in some type of way, or even be inspired, you know, because that's what happened to me, you know, like with Hendrix and all these other awesome guitar players. They weren't trying to be the best, they were just doing what they do, you know, and that alone was enough to inspire me to pick up the guitar and say, you know what, I want to try my thing at it and see if I'm able to use the guitar as an instrument to voice my emotions or thoughts or whatever, you know, just go out there and do it. And hopefully others out there can also understand what it is that's going on.
Right. I like that, man. So Timothy, man, you just said you are a Louisiana boy. So like what music got you started up to like you know, to do this as a hobby, as a career and stuff like that? So like obviously you had to been around music pretty much all your life. I mean, I've heard numerous things about, you know, in Louisiana, you know, their type of music and stuff like that. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'll tell you, I was fortunate enough to grow up at a point in time where there were some phenomenal musicians in Louisiana. And, you know, even before I was born, Elvis, James Burton, all these folks came through Louisiana, through Shreveport, to start their career. And then, of course, many years later, I was coming up, and we had some local guys that people like Danny Johnson, Jay Davis, who both played for Rod Stewart, and Danny was in Steppenwolf for 25 years. And, you know, they had a band called Axis, and their drummer was Vinny Apsey, Carmine's brother. And you know, just seeing those guys, I knew what really great musicians were, because they were, and what that was about. And it was something I always wanted to do. And you know, I came from a musical family. So the combination of coming from a musical family and having the opportunity to see some of the best people around, certainly in the business, play, was just all I needed to know that this is what I wanted to do.
Right. I like that, man. I like that. That speaks major volumes, because, you know, like I do professional wrestling on the independent circuit and stuff like that. And, you know, it gets to a troubling times. Like, it's fun, but then you're like, oh man, like you're watching the TV, you see the guys in WWE, and you're like, man, what do we got to do to get there? Like, what do we see there? But when you go to some of these shows, say like you got to perform at a theme park, and you get to see like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and stuff like that, that motivates you now, because you've seen where they've came from, and they're coming to these shows, and it makes you like, okay, this ain't as bad. I can continue to do this. Like, it's like a boost of energy at times that I think for somebody to motivate them. So I like how you said that. All right, Chris, man, you've been saying you were a showman from basically the time that you've been on this planet and stuff like that. So, man, so tell us, like, how it got you to transition into, you know, singing stuff. I was a big fan of tap dancing a long time ago, and I don't even think they sell tap shoes nowadays. I was trying so hard when I was a kid watching people do the tap dancing thing. I thought that was the absolute coolest thing in the world. Like, I know I couldn't dance for anything, but, you know, the tap dancing shoes, obviously it could replace you not dancing well, because it looks cool, it sounds cool. So how was that transition to where you are now?
I actually hated it, man. I actually, well,
I just put it over really well.
hated
Tell us how you really feel, Chris.
I didn't hate it, but then as I got older, man, it was not cool in school, man. You were not cool to be a tap dancer, and so I wasn't in with the cool kids. I was a nerd, and really artistic singing person. And then I met these magic people in my life, man, and one of them, his name is Christian Lawrence, aka Opus. He's actually the head of the label that we work with. We work with Mindsnap Music / Combat Records. And when I met other people that were like me, I started to really find out who I was. I tried to play guitar too, and it wasn't my thing. My thing, I realized, was singing. You know, I've even tried to do other things, but I realized that my thing is singing. And really, I think life then becomes about searching out people that are sort of on the same page as you, that want to do this type of thing. And Opus was a big part of that. And now we've found a really good community to surround us and support this adventure that we're on. Because not even going to Germany, I mean, we leave for Germany tomorrow, but just being in a band, you know. My friend just passed away. And when someone passes away, we were in the original hardcore metal scene in Connecticut. And when someone passes away, what it sort of reminds you of is, I'm going to pass away too. There's going to be a time, and the doctor dies and the patient dies. So when someone passes away, it brings me really to the present moment. So I literally am just going to play almost my first show this Friday in Germany, and it makes me feel so good. There's no past. The past is gone. The future hasn't happened yet, and I'm literally right here with Jojo Brown, Batiste. I'm right here with Timothy Moss. I'm right here with Sean Salinas, Shaka. That's our drummer. And with the support of Lord Bishop Rocks, that's going to be our ambassador in Europe. Larry Touring, he's another magic person. He runs our distribution, which is Von Artists. With the support outside and then the inner support of writing and creating and sort of developing our Engineered Society project, it's just the moment that's magic to me. And like I said, when someone dies, it just brings it right to your face that enjoy the moments of your life. And, you know, I want to ask you, what's your wrestling name?
American Prodigy.
American Prodigy, cool.
Yeah. It was a concept. So I got the mask made in New Japan, and I said, all right. So I was a big fan, you know, as a kid. I didn't think I was going to be a wrestler. I came from, you know, military household, stuff like that, and I played basketball pretty much all my life. And obviously, I'm 5'8". No offense, white. You know, I can't jump, I can't dunk or anything. So I know I'm not going to the NBA anytime soon. So, you know, got a different transition with it. But, you know, for me to go into pro wrestling was a whole different demographic for me, because I watched guys like The Rock, stuff like that. I'm like, them guys are like Marvel characters in real form. Like, there's no way I could be like that. And then I saw guys like Rey Mysterio and stuff like that, and I was like, maybe I can. Maybe I can. But when I got into this thing, I definitely did not want to be a masked character. But the reason why I had to be a masked character is because I could not stop smiling. And I would laugh when I'm getting beaten down and stuff like that. It just was weird to me. So I literally tell people all the time, because everybody looks at me like, you're too dang pretty. Why are you wearing a mask? Like, what is this? I'm like, I laugh and I joke around too much in my matches with the mask on. So, and fans can't see it because obviously the mouth is covered and everything. But the concept of the mask was I wanted Spider-Man meets Power Ranger, and sadly in October, and literally not even a week later, Deadpool just premiered in the movie theaters. So it came to being a concept of American Deadpool type scenario, like people like to joke around with. But I got that character done, and I mean, it's just been off to the races. I'm currently now back in my run now because I actually had to stop for like 4 years almost due to an injury and stuff like that. So never thought I was going to be able to come back. And right now I'm just having fun. I'm not really like, you know, crazy on the road anymore with it, but I'm just enjoying it because like how y'all just, like you just said, Chris, was like, you know, someone does pass, you know, time is short, time is precious. So what are you going to do with it? And I said, when I was younger, I said I was going to retire if I was not at a big promotion by 30. And I got out of it at 27. So I looked at it. I was okay with not wrestling again. I knew Okay, health is a big thing. Concussions are a big ordeal. My neck was not the best shape. I took about 4 years off due to being a father, and needless to say, as I guess I got healthy from something. I don't know how. I went back to the doctor 3 or 4 years later, and they looked at me and said, "You don't even look like nothing's wrong with you." So I had got the clearance from my wife. We currently just had her father pass at the time, so it was like kind of a tough time at the time. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I could try it out again. Maybe I could give it a try, and just know my limits, because that was one thing. I just was going hard every single time. I was getting crazy with the crowd. I was enjoying everything. So I was just like, oh man, it's like a drug, constantly boom, 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 boom. Oh man, I'm enjoying being this mass character than myself at that time. So that's something I've learned this run too, is it's okay to be both people. Like you just said, JoJo was, with the guitar, you feel supernatural in a way. Like you feel like you can control the world type scenario. That's how I felt when I had that mask on, because even though the stuff that Warren Marlowe was having trouble with in life, with his father-in-law and stuff like that, not going the best away, American Prodigy is like a kid's sensation. I got kids that were buying toys and stuff with my stuff. So it's like, that was the coolest thing for me in that scenario. So, coming back and doing this run now, it's been pretty fun, because I mean, not only am I enjoying it, like I've been critiquing myself a little bit, because obviously I'm not the youngest anymore. I'm 32 now. So I kind of gave myself to like that 34 limit. That's my wife gave me that. So we'll see how long that lasts. But right now, everybody's enjoying it, but yeah. So I'm back in the ring and stuff. So it's been fun. I didn't think I could do it again. So I love how, like, y'all are talking about, especially how you're saying you're about to have your first performance in Germany. That's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of leg work. A lot of small places that you've had to perform. I'm pretty sure y'all have had to experience some free mic nights to get yourself out there, to get some time, to get some show spotlights on. Like, I've had to do it, man. I remember when I started wrestling, my first indie experience, my legitimate indie experience was a show in Georgia. It was literally in a barn, and no joke. And there were some big names guys there, but it was like 10 people in this building. So it was like, so I've had some trial and errors with this type of job as well. So I'm pretty sure y'all have had some up and downs time too, because I know, because you have to, go through the ropes at times to build up to the success. So I got to know, how did y'all come up with the name of the Engineered Society Project? That I'm really intrigued by that.
I came up with it several years ago, around 2015, and I was looking for a band name that I didn't have to worry about somebody else having it, and something that we could trademark and all that without any issues. Because nowadays there's so many bands and tribute to the tributes and copies and covers. I wanted a name that reflected what I thought I saw in society. And it was obvious to me when I looked around that the government was definitely trying to engineer an outcome for our society in this country. It was more like a project. They were doing things, and I don't really want to go into politics and stuff, but it was clear that they were using
focus what they're looking at, trying to make you focus.
They had a predetermined outcome for what our society should look like, and it bothered me. And so some of the songs on the, we've got 3 records out, working on our 4th. Some of the songs reflect that, and that's how I came up with it.
Hey, I like that. I like that concept, like how you just brought it. Like, yeah, I don't really get into the politics thing, but that is something that does need to be focused on. We have a right to say what we want. This is, hey, this is something like I've always showed the concept with the podcast is, I don't always have to agree with you, but explain why you feel the way you feel. Like, I want to be educated. I want to know in these things. And like, that's something like I really wish people would focus on, because it's so cool to have a debate, but people hate it if you don't agree with them. And then it's like, oh, how dare you say what you say? You can get canceled on this. You can do all this thing. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like it's so crazy. Like, that's something I tell people all the time, man. You're not wrong for what you say on here, but I do want you to explain to me how you feel that way, why you see it that way, and stuff like that. That's something like I've always wanted to have that thing, because I tell people it's like a show and tell. You bring something out, I want you to explain what you feel that way. Like, is there something that you've went through that makes you feel that way? Is there something that's made you go through something that makes you see it as, oh, it's out to get you or something like that? Like, explain that type of concept. So I definitely like how what you approach with that, because the engineered, you couldn't go any better with that. And I'm not even gonna lie, man, I was on Spotify, I typed in engineered. Nobody else had that first name on any type of band. So that first thing popped up like right off the rip on y'all's thing. So kudos to y'all on that one, because right after you type in engineered, y'all's band's probably going to pop up faster than anybody's, because nobody else has that startup name for that. So I like that. So y'all have been a band for about, what, 7 years?
Well, the band has been in existence since 2016.
Okay.
But this particular group of members, we've been together, JoJo and I, a couple of years. Chris has been in the band a little over a year now. So it's a new, what it was, JoJo and I were writing songs, and we decided that, and we had some guys that we could work with, but we decided we wanted to go a different direction with the people that we wanted to work with. And I had always recorded out in California with Wynn Davis and Steve Ornest at Total Access. So we went to Wynn and kind of shared our dilemma about we wanted to get better players, better singers, better everything to do this next record. A lot of my guys that we did have, they were plenty talented enough, but they were tied up doing other things, tribute bands and all that kind of crap. So at the end of the day, we decided we were going to make a record that would stand up to any level of scrutiny at any level in the business. And so with the help of Wynn, we were able to get Tim Ripper Owens to come in and sing, and Vinny Apsey, who our paths had crossed some 30 years ago in Shreveport, to come in and play drums. And so Ripper and Vinny and JoJo and I did the Digital Soldiers record. And then, of course, we knew from day one that Vinny, who had Last in Line and so many commitments, and he's just a legend in the business and just a great guy. And Tim, we knew from day one they would never be in the band. They were basically doing us a real honor working with us on the record. So immediately after we released the record, we started searching for people, and then we found Sean and we found Chris. And we knew these guys were the perfect fit for the band. So that's how that all came about.
Okay, I like that. So JoJo, so obviously, from the experiences that you've had in the past, like you just said, man, you just played the guitar and stuff like that. Have you played around? Were you trying to sing as well, or were you just strictly nothing but just guitar?
No, I'm strictly just a guitarist. I mean, I like to sing, but not with what we're doing. And I don't like singing and playing guitar at the same time. It feels weird, but I mean, I can do it, but no, it was never a thing. I was never saying, oh, well, I'll sing. No, it was never a thing. No.
He does a great job, and we're getting him to do more and more with me on the background stuff.
Yeah, I do a little bit.
I like that. So, all right. So, Chris, you basically a showman, man. You've been telling me, from starting with the tap dances and stuff like that, for your transition, even though you're like, hey, I don't like this anymore. Something else just need to be done. So how was that fluency for you to, it's crazy. I thought you've been in the band the whole time together. For you to only be in there for a year and to see the transitions that you've had, man, what are some of the experiences that you've had?
Well, I was stepping into big shoes. Tim Ripper Owens sang for Judas Priest, and literally I came, and as soon as I got in the band room, we could tell we had chemistry, and I think that's important in a band. I think chemistry, people you work with, basically got to be able to be in a van, and we're basically learn how to communicate, learn how to take, learn how to create together, and that's really been my experience. It's a learning process, and like I said, like Tim said, we've been doing this about a year or so together, and we're in a learning process. And really, I'll tell you the truth, just recently I've had this revelation. Like I said, my friend passed away, and I've been in situations, I've been in bands before, and I really want to just take it one at a time. Like right now, we just released a song called Fade Away. That's our new single. We're releasing it on all platforms. When are we releasing it, Tim?
September 29th.
So we have a brand new single come out, and I really want to take it like one step at a time.
Uh-oh.
All right. He froze up there. Maybe do the second step. There he goes. There you go, Chris.
And literally, but it's like almost a dream. I've been on VH1, I've been on MTV, I've done all these things, but the past doesn't do anything right now. So really, I'm really trying to be present. Fade Away, we're releasing as our brand new single while we're in Europe. Right after that, we're going to release another video called Fly on the Wall, which is off.
I do like that song. I listened to that, a little preview of that. I like that on Spotify.
Fly on the Wall, we're releasing a video, and it's all going to go through our record company. And that's another thing. Any band will tell you they need people behind them. We need Opus to put our music out. We need Larry touring. We need the distribution. Without that, it's just, and also we need the people. And we have some brand new material. Tim said we're writing our new CD, and right now we have 2 brand new songs we're going to be playing in Europe, and then 2 brand new songs that we've worked out. We have a brand new song called Deutschland. So we are in progress. We play old songs. When I got in the band, I learned every single song that Engineered Society Project had, and we still play some of those. And what an honor to sing something that Tim Ripper Owens sang. And at the same time, it's almost like what we are. We have an old school feel, but we're very new. We're very progressive, and we're.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Okay.
Chris, write it away. Here you go.
There you go.
Playing fitness.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, your mic's off, Chris. Chris,
Chris, your mic's off.
You're muted.
All right.
Hey, I like that though. I like how he was talking about, you got to adapt, and he respects, from the past to what he is now, and what he's bringing a little bit different to the group and stuff like that. So I gotta ask. I watched the video of my TV. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting the TVs to literally stab at the people. I was just like, you know what? It brings so much sense to what's going around the world. And I'm just like, man, y'all are bringing a very big message that really does need to be told. And, what's the best way to tell somebody expressing their feelings is based off of music and stuff like that. So what got y'all into to make that song My TV?
Well, Chris wrote the lyrics, and we had discussions, and it's like part of what the band's about. People are influenced in this country by the media. Yeah. And unfortunately nowadays, you can choose your reality by which channel you choose. It's almost like you go to one station and they're talking about something, and you switch to another news media And you'd think, well, hell, this is not the same place. They act like they have no clue about what the other is talking about. And unfortunately, I think that, some of it's misleading regardless where you look. And like I say, we're not political, but at the end of the day, I think people have to realize the fact that there is a major influence in our society through the TV and media and things like that. There's always some message being sent, regardless of the show, that is basically trying to make something right or wrong or whatever, depending on what you choose. And we feel like that's something that's My TV is about, because I'll tell you I'm old enough to tell you that what used to be considered bad on TV, it's great now, because what's bad on TV is as bad as it is. Things have not evolved in a real positive light. It's just really different.
It's crazy. Like, we could even talk about the COVID thing. Who would have thought the era of cooties would be a big disease and like literally just shut a whole world down for like a year and stuff like that. Like, it's funny to think this, but it's like shows you how serious things could really go and where's the focus that so many people make a visual for. And I loved when I was watching the song on My TV, because I'm listening to it. I'm not gonna lie, man. I love the cartoonish look. That was perfect. I think that was the best way to present that video, because it kind of like how y'all just said, man. It brings a newer age to a song and stuff like that. And a lot of people, especially a lot of people in the world now, they express off of cartoon and stuff like that for regarding music videos and stuff. So I thought that really made y'all stand out more than most people from that concept, just from the cartoonish look, the evil TVs and stuff like that. And it says a lot of values, because like you just said, people were waiting at the door, waiting for the TVs and stuff like that. And I'm just like, that couldn't be so far from what the truth is, man. Like you got people that just will sit here and not research and stuff. I call them out on podcasts numerous times. I'm like, man, y'all gotta click. Y'all are out to get these clickbaits, but y'all don't go and research these things. Y'all don't look at the things that they're really approached with. Some of these clickbait things don't even have a message with them. They just say it and let it be. And I'm just like, man, it's sad, man, because you got so much anger with people and stuff like that. Uh-oh, he's back. There we go.
I lost.
There you go.
I couldn't hear.
There you go. You good now?
I'm good.
All right. So we were talking about My TV, and I know one thing that I really, really liked about it was how the cartoonish look with it. I thought that was a pretty cool thing, because it showed a newer age to a music that I think people would follow. Because I mean, especially I think y'all's song really could approach to a younger youth age, because obviously like kids watch cartoons any day of the week. I mean, being honest with it, like, there's not that many cartoons nowadays. I mean, most things are reality. So it's like, so when you get to actually have a cartoonish look or visual something, people are going to keep an eye on it and look at it and stuff like that. So they were talking about the concept of how My TV was put together. So what was your take on it?
Well, the first I want to give a shout out to Hot Frog Productions. That's my friend Ashley. He's actually in Germany, and that makes me just think I have to reach out to him. I haven't reached out to him. I've been promoting for our show, but I got to reach out to Hot Frog Productions. That's Ashley. And when you're doing a music video with your band, I love the aspect of a animated thing. We can actually do something that we can't actually do. We could have never done that scene. I have a baseball bat and I'm smashing TVs. And so really,
you look really cool looking. I ain't gonna lie.
It was to do something that we couldn't do. And I really doing a podcast, American Prodigy, I want to give props to the people that are helping us. And I'm just getting a text from Bad Girl. She's a girl. We just did a a podcast with, and to let you know, Marlo, that this really helps us. We're trying to get the word out there. We're going to be playing in Germany, Switzerland, the Netherlands, Poland. Then we're back in the United States, and we're playing at the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood. And then next year, we have all sorts of stuff lined up. We're going to be hitting the East Coast. We're playing a legendary club called Toad's Place. We're going to be playing with Jamie Hatebreed at a festival up in New Jersey. And then we're also going to go back and play somewhere that we actually opened up for the old singer of this band, Tim Ripper Owens. We're going back to the Milwaukee Metal Fest. So literally, without people helping us, without people supporting us, without people spreading the word of Engineered Society projects, we're just rehearsing. So we're really grateful for you. We're grateful for the Bad Girl. We just did a podcast with her. We got some podcasts we're going to be doing in New York City this Sunday. And Larry Turing, Lord Bishop, Christian Opus Lawrence, our label that's getting behind us and putting out videos, advertising for our video and these podcasts. We're just really grateful for. And we're going to be doing videos. We're also going to we want to play other places too, man. We want to play Japan. We want to play Jerusalem. We want to be an international band. And this is what we're trying to build. We're trying to build a community of people that are connected to us and that want to have us come rock.
Yeah, man, I like that. So this is y'all's first overseas tour, correct?
Yeah.
Oh man. So I gotta know, for me being a pro wrestler and stuff like that, my normal routine was obviously I'd do like 10 push-ups, get in my own zone, jump up and down, and I would pray literally before I go out to the ring. So what are some of y'all's little routines and stuff before y'all go on the show? Because I know that's gotta be nerve-wracking. Even though y'all do it daily and stuff like that, like I know that adrenaline still hits every single day. Whoever wants to go first, you go.
Well, for me, it's always been the same since the beginning. Since I first started playing shows when I was a teenager, I always walk around the whole venue. That's my thing, inside and out. If I can't get to a specific room, then I'll just leave it as it is. But it's like I have to just scope it and just take in the vibe of the overall building. And then I look for either a painting or graffiti or a photo, something that really gets my attention, something that speaks to me. And then that's how I usually associate those venues, is based on something that I saw. And then I just take that with me. I take it onto the stage. I try to stay into this weird state of mind where I'm not really paying attention to my surroundings that way, like the people around me or even that I'm there. It's like I'm putting myself into a zone so that once I go on stage, it's just, there's no distraction. Because I have noticed in the past that when I talk too much to fans or friends, it distracts me and I'm not able to prepare for the stage. And then I'm trying to get myself together on stage, and by that time it's too late. My nerves are already shot, my mind is somewhere else, and then my performance is not good. So it's usually easier for me to perform outside where I don't know people, because it allows me to do that better.
Okay, I like that. I like that concept. So you're more like, you like the outdoor feel than obviously being close in a building and stuff like that.
Very much so, yeah.
I like that. All right, Chris, tell us a little bit. What's some of your routines, buddy?
I would say it's preparation up until the point of the day of the show. Then literally it's just letting it go. And I can't remember, but it's like remembering back to just this spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. That's like being a little kid. And when you first walk out on stage, this, and you're like little corny songs, and your parents are out there and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's where it began for me. My mother held a spotlight above my head. She wanted to be a country singer. She couldn't live out her dream. So she literally sort of lived her dream through me. And literally getting up on stage has been an adventure since I was little. And finding out what works and what doesn't work. and I'm still searching. And really, I think the real important thing of the show, there's nothing more you can do. There's nothing more you can prepare. It's literally just to fall back on your nature. And my nature is to sing. I have a song that was sung long ago. I echo in the mountains and the valley below. And when I sort of get in touch with that I really am a song. I'm a melody. You know, I'm very melodic. And when I hear JoJo play and I hear Tim play, I vibrate with that melody, and I can really just be myself and there with people and be grateful and open my heart and pour it out.
Hey, I like that. I like that. The craziest thing is the one thing my superstition is, and it's only one thing, and I would literally cancel a show if I don't have it. People might laugh. I don't eat candy much, but I have to have the little airhead bites. I have to have those to get myself in a mindset. If I don't have them, I would literally cancel the show. Not even lie. So I tell people all the time, like, hey, and the funny thing is, some promoters will actually have the little bag of airhead bites just for me, and like, don't touch those. Those are warrants. So I like how the way y'all said stuff. You know, JoJo, I like the way you compare to stuff. You go look at the graffiti and stuff like that, and that's something like I looked at when I did wrestle. Like, I have a friend of mine, and he wrestles all over the place and stuff, and we would connect off of the food from where he goes. So say like New Japan and stuff like that. How's the food different and stuff like that? And he's like, dude, it's so much different from over there compared to here. Like, it's so like the McDonald's is considered healthy over there. Like, it's insane type things over there. And like, my biggest one, of course, is like in Philly. I'm like, man, how's that Philly cheesesteak? He's like, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth the trip. So it's like based off of food, it's something that like motivated me to go to these other towns and stuff. So I like how you look at different visuals, and that makes you get in that mindset. It goes, okay, I'm about to perform at where such and such is performed, or something that has been trademarked for this building. Maybe I can make that moniker in something of my show be platformed onto this building and be always remembered from, you know, from people that have gone in the past. So Timothy, man, so what are some of the routines that you go through? I know you got to be the most busiest one. Like, you just got to be constantly like, all right, everything's set up. You know, people are on their places. Everyone's on their keys. Like, how's that go for you on the routines for the show days?
Well, you know, for me, I have so much of the business side to take care of. It seems like the time before the show passes pretty quick. And my focus is, did we get all of the equipment, make sure it was set up, and is it going to work when we get ready? And, you know, hopefully I am to play well enough to, you know, that's my thing, is I just want to do the best I can do for that night. Mm-hmm. And there's always plenty of things to do and worry about. But one of the things I'm thankful with these guys, they're consummate professionals. And so we can look forward to having fun when we play. And that's really nice.
I like that. I like that. All right. So we're about to close on to the episode. I'm going to ask everyone individually, if someone has never listened to your song, what song would you believe would be able to attach them to wanting to listen to you more? JoJo, what is one of the songs that y'all have performed in the past or even newer now? What is one song that y'all would definitely know someone would want to continue to listen to y'all, to continue to follow y'all, and just like, you know, go to these shows and stuff and see y'all perform? Which one would that be?
I think it's Digital Soldiers, to be honest. From people that I know, that's the number one song that they heard that they thought was awesome. I think it's a pretty cool song, but yeah, I would say that one, Digital Soldiers.
Okay. All right, Chris, which one would you think, bud?
So I basically came into this project, you know, and I'm the new guy, and I've sort of had a vision how this is going to work. I think that a lot of our music has a lot of energy, you know, basically, you know, it's rocking. Well, we have a brand new song coming out called Fade Away. And I think that people really need to hear it. I think that we want to come into a club We want to turn on the energy. We want to get it going. We want to get people dancing. But at the same time, we want to come into people's hearts. We want to tell them about things that have happened to us. We want to tell them about things that are our view of the world. And I would say right now, you know, come and rock, but also just hear us. So we have a brand new song, and I really am excited about people checking out our brand new song, Fade Away, which releases September 29th on all platforms through Von Artists.
Okay. And guys, the links will be below. All right, Timothy, man, what song would you say that would make somebody want to continue to listen to y'all over and over and over again?
Well, I like them all, and I'm especially partial to what we've been working on recently that's not released. But I think one of my favorites is Fly on the Wall. For whatever reason, I don't know, but I really like the song, and I think it rocks. And that's just one I think if you listen to, if you like, you know, progressive hard rock metal music, then you'll probably like that song.
I definitely would say I like the transitions from the songs. Like every single one of them is not the exact same. Fly on the Wall, I gotta say, stood out compared to the playlist that I've listened to so far, completely compared to, you know, the Soldiers one. The Soldiers one, I felt like y'all were showing an emotional message through the entire song. And like y'all were trying to grab onto somebody that has, you know, either going through something or make them like, hey, change can happen, wake up type scenario. And that's something like I got out of that song. And obviously My TV, y'all couldn't hit the nail any better with the hammer on that one. Like it's something that is needed to be said and not get in trouble or stuff like that. It's something that really needs to be taught and told. And I felt like the whole way that people that would listen to that song, I would say people would really grasp off from something like that and they'd be like, wow, I didn't see it like that. And that's something like I feel like would get an attachment out of that song. But I definitely like Fly on the Wall. Fly on the Wall, that has got so many different emotions in one freaking song. And it's so crazy. It's not a very long song, but you could continue to listen to it over and over and over again. So, guys, I want to thank y'all for all joining us today. This was an absolute blast. Guys, the floor is going to be y'all's. Do y'all want to do any shout outs? Guys, the links will be below. They have a new album coming out September 29th. When this episode comes out, actually, it'll be right at that time, actually. So, yeah. So, the new album will be out and everything. So, guys, the link will be below. So, whoever wants to go, the floor is yours.
I'm going to give a straight shout out to someone who's texting me off the wall right now, the Bad Girl. And really, that's what we need. She's on a radio station, and she's hyping us. And really, that's really obviously what we need. We need to be heard on the radio. So, Bad Girl, we love you, and thank you so much for what you're doing, man. You know, you're developing our street team. You're developing the same kind of passion that we feel in our music. You know, when it relates to other people, we're just so grateful. And we want everyone to keep in touch with us. You'll see the link, facebook.com/Engineered Society Rocks. That's our Facebook page. We're on all streams. And like the American Prodigy said, when you type in Engineered, you're going to see us. And we're here, man. We're here to make a big noise. And we want to connect with everybody. We're going to be worldwide. We're going to be international. And we want to connect, man. So and our website is www.engineeredsocietyproject.com. So unique, you know, you're not gonna, something else isn't gonna come up. We are gonna come up.
I like that. All right, JoJo.
Yeah. Hey, man, I would shout out to you, man, for having us more than anything, because like Chris was saying, you're helping us bring this out to the public, you know, and this is a perfect opportunity for us to do this and also have some awesome conversations with you, because I really like the questions that you bring. You know, I think that was really awesome how you you dug into every one of us to get those special moments out of us.
It's the first, man. I ain't gonna lie. That was the first time I've had like a full panel. So this was definitely really cool, man.
It was perfect. I really enjoyed it. Well, thank you. And everybody else out there who wants to support us.
Definitely, guys. I recommend these guys, man. The music that y'all bring, man, it's so covered up nowadays. Like it's either like, okay, you have a newer song, but it's like a cover up version from an older song. This one is so original. This is y'all's music. This is not nothing y'all are covering up. This ain't nothing that y'all took it from someone in the past. Like that is y'all's song that y'all are approaching. And that's something I got respect for, because I mean, so many people want to make money off of somebody else's old song, and it's just in a different way. And I've realized that now, because there's some songs that I listen to, you know, regarding with Neo, you know, like Creed, Godsmack, and stuff like that. And I'm like, as good as they are, I'm like, how many cover-up songs had they repeated from someone else? My dad would show me something that came up around his time, and I'm just like, that is word for word. Like, how do they make money off of their song? Like, I never understood these things. So I love how when you listen to y'all song, it is y'all song. This ain't nobody else's. This is the Engineered Society Project's music. That's it. Nobody else's cover up, nothing. So I definitely love that. And I appreciate you saying that, JoJo. All right, Timothy, the floor is yours, man.
Okay, well, look, first of all, thank you for those kind words. And we appreciate that you took the time to spend time with us and do what you do. I think great interview. We just appreciate all of the mentions that we get. Engineered Society Project is a band that concerned about today. We want to bring our message to the world, and that's what we intend to do. We'll be in Europe and then on both coasts of the United States in the next 90 days. And so we're working hard to promote what we do. And there's a lot of people behind the scenes that work diligently to help us. And we are so appreciative to Christian Lawrence, Larry Toring, Gwen, Steve, my wife, all the people, everybody's wives and girlfriends that tolerate us. And there's a lot of people out there that are working with us to bring this music all over. It's no small challenge, but we're up for it. We will be everywhere. And thank you again for you taking the time. We've enjoyed buzzing with Marlo, and we hope to do it again when we get back.
Oh, definitely, man.
Well,
hey, y'all let me know. I'll definitely set this up. This will definitely be happening.
Marlo, what I'd like to do is I'd like to contact you if we have some downtime. I'd really like to see if we could do this from Germany, because really, as we do this, it's about connecting. You know, it's about, you know, we're just being ourselves with you. We're not putting on the front. And that's where a band, for me, you know, I was an orphan when I was very little. A band, but when I get in a band, it becomes my family. And we will do podcasts, maybe where it's just me, maybe where it's just Joe, maybe where it's Timothy. But we also have another member, and his name is Sean Salinas. His nickname is Shaka. And we all are part of this. We all contribute to this. And it's not any one of us. We really are four people. And as people come into our peripheral, we do interviews, and we have this or we have that, we definitely want to have a family sense and know that we care. It's the same message to the world, like with our brand new song coming out, Fade Away. It's like we want to get up and rock. Fly on the wall, digital soldiers. We want to rock you, but we also want to come into your hearts. And at the end of this day, you know, our brand new song is called The Undertaker. At the end of this day, we want to live the special moments with everyone. We want to bring a special presentation to you, and we want to connect. So thank you very much, American Prodigy. We appreciate you. And I'm going to get in touch with you from Germany, and I would like to set up a podcast in Germany, Deutschland.
Okay. Hey, I'm definitely down for it. Like I said, guys, if y'all ever want to, y'all let me know and we'll set it up. So first and foremost, I want to thank y'all. Like, y'all came out of y'all's time. I came in a little late. We'll go behind the scenes in the sun. My apologies, but definitely thank y'all for doing this. This has been an absolute blast, and I can't wait for the next one. And I'm definitely looking forward to y'all's new album coming out. Guys, September 29th. New albums coming out, new songs, man. I mean, they've been promoting my TV and stuff like that. And if they come to your towns, check these guys out, man. I definitely will. When y'all in Florida, y'all let me know. I will be there, man. This has been an absolute blast. Guys, I want to thank everybody for watching, and we hope everyone has a great weekend. Thank y'all.
One more, yo, let me check this out. I want to give you the line of our brand new song. It's called Deutschland. We just wrote it, and we're bringing it to Germany. It goes, I want it, I need it, I die for it, wanna give you some more. Deutschland, I want it, I bleed it, I die for it, wanna give you some more. Cause I want it, I bleed it, I die for it. And I always want to give you some more. Deutschland, America, every part of the world. Engineered Society is coming to the store with some brand new music, and we want to kick it in your face live.
Hey, I love it.
Hell yeah.
I've always wanted to sing, and I'm
Thank you, guys.
20% for that. So, guys, thank y'all. Hey, guys, thank y'all for watching, and we hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's weekend. Thank y'all.
Awesome.